The decision to use a puppet to portray an autistic boy in a new play has sparked huge controversy, with some critics saying it dehumanises those with the condition and is a grotesquely backward step.
Well, since the play opened on Valentine's Day, All in a Row has received great reviews, but more than 18,000 people have also signed a petition to stop the production.
Well, joining us now is Charlie Brooks, who plays the mum of the 11-year-old severely disabled and non-verbal autistic child who's called Lawrence and portrayed by a puppet. Good to see you this morning.
Thank you. Hi.
Goodness me, you'll find yourself in the right pickle here, isn't it?
It's been an intense few weeks.
Has it? Because I mean, there have been people protesting and all sorts,
night,
haven't
we had protesters outside, yes.
And what about the decision for this child to be played by a puppet then? I mean, when you first heard about it, were you all thinking, how is that going to work? Why is this?
Yeah, of course. At first, I was a little bit unsure. I wasn't quite sure of the vision. He's always there. He's a beautiful, fun, playful child, and puppetry can be really engaging, and that has really taken me by surprise, how powerful it is, really.
I suppose we've seen it with shows like War Horse, where it's a very stylised version of a horse, a puppet, but very quickly you forget and you see it as a horse.
Yeah.
I guess there's so much sensitivity surrounding autism.
There is.
For decades, you could argue centuries, actually, it's been a very misunderstood condition. And I guess that's the concern, isn't it? That by not using a child actor or an autistic actor, they're missing an opportunity of casting somebody.
I mean, I think what we have to remember, there are some really distressing scenes in the play, and it's an off-West End show, so logistically, financially, all that sort of thing, to have a child do it, I think it would be emotionally draining.
Talk us through what it's about.
So it's Tam and Martin are a married couple who have Lawrence, an 11-year-old boy who's profoundly affected by his autism, and it's the night before he's being placed in a residential home. And so the question is, really, what do you do as a parent if you feel like somebody else could give your child a better life? I mean, it's a heartbreaking and impossible question to ask, I think, you know. If you just don't feel like you can cope and you're not able to do the best for your child. And Tam and Martin are good people. They fundamentally have flaws, and we have to remember this is one story. If you've met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism. When we're speaking about a very specific end of the spectrum, and it's the story of the parents and how they cope or don't cope with their situation.
Their particular situation.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for a role like that? I mean, I know you've got a daughter of your own. Do you put yourself in that situation with your daughter, or do you go and meet families who are in that situation?
I've spoken to many, many parents. I spent time at a wonderful school in Shephard's Bush for autistic children who do great, great work. You know, I've spoken a lot with a wonderful woman called Anna Kennedy who does brilliant work, charity work, to support people with autism and their families. And so, you know, I don't claim to be an expert. I'm constantly learning about this, and it's fascinating and brilliant, and, you know, it's been a real eye-opening and a couple of months, really.
And how's life for you and for your daughter? Is she showing signs of wanting to do a little bit of...
Oh, she's always showing stuff. I mean, she's completely obsessed.
So we can't have you here, of course, without talking about EastEnders.
Yes.
The question, and everybody wants to know, I know you get asked it the whole time, but will you be going back?
You know, never say never. But no, I don't have plans to go back. I've been doing so much theatre, and I'm so lucky to get these challenging characters, you know. And with All in a Row, I'd really urge people to come and see it before making a judgment, because the people that have seen it are really, and families that are in this situation have been really moved by it and very, very supportive, and the reception has been really warm. So I'd urge people to see it before making a judgment. So
okay.
Thanks
and
so
if your
much
daughter's 14, isn't that about time she went into EastEnders then?
I know. We should get
by your
I
time,
love
you could
that.
swap. You could get her in instead.
She wants to be on the stage. She's so jazz fan.